Hey everybody, welcome here to the Sports Talk Network channel, and welcome here specifically tonight to Steve's Wrestling Ramble, where we do have a lot of things that we're going to bring up. Main things that we're going to be talking about tonight, aftermath of Wrestlemania 34, my predictions, and hopefully my team members, if they're able to be on here, predictions for the Superstar Shakeup next week. Which stars do you think is going to be going to the other brands? So we'll be hearing everybody's opinion on that. And then also to cap it off, we'll be speaking about the greatest Royal Rumble event that will be happening in Saudi Arabia. I think it's on the 27th, 2 days after my birthday, after the 25th. 27th of April, the greatest Royal Rumble event in Saudi Arabia there. So that's going to be cool. So we'll be speaking about that. So again, we talk about aftermath of WrestleMania, predictions for the Superstar Shakeup next week, everything being shaken up, and then also the greatest Royal Rumble there in Saudi Arabia. Let's get some opinions from a guy that I haven't spoken with, at least on air, on any platform in a while. I've spoken to him a little bit on the Twitter in the past, but Big Q of Team Boy TV Live. How you doing this evening?
Doing okay, man. I'm a little bit exhausted. It's been a long week, man. It's been a long 5 days. So, we're hanging in there. I had to get through SmackDown, and, SmackDown kind of brought me down a little bit. Like, WrestleMania and NXT was great. The Hall of Fame was actually pretty good. By the time we got to like all the stuff that happened on Raw was great, and I was like expecting like it to be really dope on SmackDown. But SmackDown was a complete letdown, except for a couple things. There was a few things that happened on SmackDown that kind of made up for it. So we'll talk about it.
Let's start with WrestleMania. The card WrestleMania, a long day, a long evening for sure, as well as the show went all the way to like 11:15 midnight Eastern for those on the East Coast. So a pretty late show for those, and even I was just kind of exhausted when I was doing my review afterwards with my guest at that time, Blue X Demon X here on YouTube. What were your thoughts on WrestleMania? Highlights, lowlights, and otherwise?
The opener, because look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I went in with super low expectations because of what I saw the night before. Because I was like, NXT was they raised the level that high. And I was like, this watered down stuff that we see on the main roster ain't gonna hold a counter. But the show started out pretty good. I think we got into like the third match or whatever until it started kind of leveling out a little bit, and then it kind of took a little bit of a nosedive, and of course it got worse as we got toward the end. So if I gave it like a five, like we were talking about like a 5-star rating, I would give it like a 3. Yeah, so it was okay. It wasn't the absolute best WrestleMania I've ever seen. But it had some really good, exciting parts. And the Ronda Rousey stuff was like it kind of really, really exceeded my expectations. I thought, I really didn't think. I thought that was actually going to be the worst part of the show. To be honest with you, I really thought the Undertaker part was unnecessary. It wasn't needed. It didn't do anything to add to the show, in my opinion. I felt like they could have did it without that part, or as they could have did it a different way. I think if, just having, all this stuff going on for 3 weeks, and then, Undertaker comes out and this match is John Cena in 3 minutes, seems like a waste of time to me, and for already a super long show.
Right.
You didn't need that,
So for you, what match would you say being the letdown of the night, that you're having high expectations for this specific match and it let you down? And then on the other side, what match do you think exceeded your expectation and became your match of the night?
I do believe well, okay, so I got mixed feelings about the AJ Nakamura match. I went into it thinking that was going to be the match. I was really looking forward to that match. It really didn't live up to the hype at all, but they kind of made up for it a little bit with the end. So the end kind of patched it up a little bit. So I appreciated that. And obviously, like I said in the beginning, when we first started talking, really had super low expectations for the Rousey match. And it was the most enjoyable 22, 26 minutes of the whole entire show. It exceeded everything else on the show. I mean, Asuka Charlotte was okay. Didn't like the outcome of that one. But Ronda Rousey, and Triple H, and Kurt and Steph, they did a outstanding job. It was amazing.
But for me, I would say the match of the night for me individually was Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I think they tore the house down. Definitely match of the night. And then one that kind of I thought was going to be better and wasn't. Was the Raw Tag Team title match with The Bar against Braun Strowman and Mysterio partner. Like, I thought Big Show. I thought Rey Mysterio Jr. I even thought maybe you have Mark Henry come out of retirement for one match or something. I don't know. I thought like my expectations were different. Then again, the reason and the way I was picking was because I thought the bar was going to retain. But in the end, it was a child. It was a referee's child. So it was what it was, and certainly going to be interesting to see how, I guess, that goes.
Let me ask you a question about that match, because I felt the same way you did. I was like, okay, when he came out and he was like, well, when he delivered the line, oh, it's my tag team partners in the crowd, I was like, oh, interesting, because I knew it was certain individuals in the crowd. It was a bunch of New Japan people in the crowd. It was a bunch of ROH people in the crowd. White was in the crowd. It was a whole lot of people in the crowd. But when he picked the little boy, I was like, okay. So before I give you my true thoughts on that whole exchange, tell me what you thought about it after you saw the little boy come into the ring, and you knew it was not going to be anybody special, but it was going to be 10-year-old Nicholas. What did you think?
I thought, what the heck is going on here? Is this real life? Like I couldn't believe that was happening, and I was surprised they went that way. Now, also what I was thinking is, I guess maybe they're putting a smile on the kid's face. Is WWE Stephanie McMahon all the time touts about that, and that's what WWE is. Putting a smile on people's faces, and for that kid, though at that moment, obviously I didn't know he was a referee's son. I just thought, just a random kid in the crowd that they did pick to be part of the match with Braun Strowman. I also thought, why are we making a mockery of the Raw Tag Team titles? There were a lot of things going in my mind when the kid came in the ring, but hey, moment for him. I guess in a way, moment for Braun winning a championship technically. But anyways, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I thought it was okay. Like, a lot of people on Twitter kind of dogged it a little bit. But then, and it actually paid off even better the night after on Raw. I think the way they kind of finally, relinquished the title and reset the Raw Tag Team division, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was dope. I had nothing bad to say about it at all.
Well, before moving on, let's welcome our other guests here waiting patiently, Narcolepsy Boy 94 and Raunchy Mikey. How are you doing? How are you guys both doing? What are you guys' thoughts on WrestleMania, good, bad, and ugly?
I didn't know you guys started at 8. Ramble told me you guys started at 9, so I was waiting for 9 o'clock. And then he sent me the link and said you guys were already on, so I didn't know you guys were already on. I wouldn't have been this late, but
okay.
I thought WrestleMania was all right. I think a lot of people really didn't like it, but I didn't think it was that bad really. I thought for me, for the most part, the only things that really bothered me were the crowd. Like I feel like the crowd was kind of dead towards the end, definitely towards the end of the show, which it's kind of hard to get into stuff when when the crowd's really like dead into it.
And like the show was 13 hours long, so gotta take that.
Yeah, when the Nakamura and AJ match was like supposed to be like the biggest match, but like I felt like the crowd just wasn't like. I feel like the crowd was already half dead. I feel like they should have put that match on earlier because the crowd was already half gone, and it was just really hard to get into it, and especially when the main event came. Like when the main event came, like I felt like nobody really just gave it like. I feel like just because Roman Reigns was in it and just the whole thing with Brock Lesnar, I feel like people just didn't really like give it a chance, really. Like, because I actually went back and watched that match a couple times, and the only thing that was ridiculous to me is that Roman Reigns took like a million F5s before he got beat, which is crazy. I don't think he should have took that many, but overall, I didn't think the match was really that bad for real. I think people just didn't want to give it a chance because people just didn't really give a shit because everybody expected Roman Reigns to win, so people just didn't really care about it. But overall, I thought WrestleMania was pretty good, and I thought the whole week was pretty good. Takeover was really good, actually. That was actually really, really good. Raw was pretty good. SmackDown was pretty good. I thought the whole week was pretty good, in my opinion.
What match would you say for yourself would be match of the night from WrestleMania?
The Ronda Rousey match was definitely the best match. That was definitely that match actually surprised me the most. I was really hoping she would do good, but you just know with all the pressure on her, you didn't know if she was gonna really do good or not, and she did better than everybody thought she would. Man, the crowd was really into that match, and she was really impressive, man. I think that match was like the perfect match for her debut. It was really good. I thought they did everything right. She sold pretty good. She did everything pretty good. I thought they told a pretty good story. I wanted to see how she does in a singles match now. I don't want to see how she does like against on a one-on-one match. So I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see her whole schedule. I don't know. I mean, they said that she's full time, but we don't know. I don't know when her next match is going to be. So I'm interested to see when they book her for her next match and who she faces, because it's already. I think it's already rumored. They said they want her to face Charlotte next year at WrestleMania, and they said that could main event WrestleMania. That's been going around. So I don't know. But I want to see how she does in a singles match. But that to me was the best match of the night. It should have been Nakamura and AJ, but I think because they put it on so late, it was really hard for them to follow up the Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle Triple H Stephanie match.
All right, and Raunchy Mikey, welcome to the show. What are your thoughts on WrestleMania? Good, bad, ugly match of the night for you?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Honestly, WrestleMania, I enjoyed the shit out of that. I had a great time. I was screaming. I was disappointed at some matches as well. The one thing I was disappointed in was that AJ Styles versus Nakamura match. That match was so hyped up to high hell, and I just felt like it didn't deliver. I thought it was going to be so much more than that, even though the guys put on a decent show. I just felt like some more was going to come out of it. The saving grace of that was the heel turn from Nakamura. Honestly, personally, I thought it was going to be AJ Styles turning heel. I didn't expect Nakamura to turn heel. That was a great surprise. And the final match, Roman and Brock Lesnar, like Narcolepsy said, fucking Roman went through a gajillion F5s. That was the biggest horseshit I've seen in a long, long, long time. But yeah, it was, I don't know, just everyone hated that match. I'm sure half the world hated that match. It went on for too long, and it was the only thing that was surprising was the finish. Everyone thought Roman was going to win and get that Universal title, and they thought that Brock was going to go back to UFC, and he didn't. And the fucking guy now has a contract re-signed to WWE. So that belt is going to be barely seen once again. What the fuck, WWE? But yeah, and my match of the night is absolutely 100% Ronda Rousey, the mixed tag match. That match was so much fun. I was standing up, I was screaming, I was shouting. Unbelievable performance from Ronda Rousey for a debut. That was absolutely unbelievable. Everybody, including myself, I had some nerves of her going in there. I thought it was gonna be Botch City, but God, what a performance! She surprised everybody. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely my match of the night.
Yeah, I heard that from what I heard that Vince like changed the finish in the match like during, because Roman was supposed to win, but I heard that he changed the finish like during the match because the response of the crowd. Which, I mean, I understand like how Vince really wants Roman to be the guy, and I don't really have a problem with that. But like, it just like I don't know at this point I don't know what he expects. Like nobody likes him. Like nobody wants him to be that guy. Even though Vince wants him to be that guy, nobody's really going to accept him in that position. And I just don't know what really he expects from the crowd for real. Especially when that's the main event. Like I don't know if he expected the people to be cheering a lot more or whatever. But like I just don't know what he really expected. Like I wasn't surprised at all by the reaction. Like I was like I already knew what it was gonna be. Right. You already knew that people were gonna boo the shit out of Roman because just nobody really likes him just because of the way he gets booked. And that just goes to like he. That's his example right there. Like he kicked out of 5 F5s before he got pinned. Then when he kicked out of the 4th one, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like this, like he beats Braun Strowman in 1 F5. He beats Samoa Joe in 1 F5. Exactly. He beats John Cena, Undertaker. Like they didn't get beat in 1 F5, but you know they didn't even kick out of him. I don't even think Undertaker kicked out of. Maybe he made a kick out of 2 at the most. I don't even think Cena kicked out of 2. But it's like. Come on, man! Like
it's a really easy way.
I understand you want to make Roman look strong, and I get that. But come on, man! 4 F5s. You kick out a 4 F5s before you get pinned, man. That's too much.
There's a real simple, easy fix for the Roman problem, but which I don't understand why WWE is not doing this, because it's like if you go back and look at WWE history and what they've done for people like John Cena and The Rock and people like that. You make them heel in the beginning, have people like completely, abhor them, and then it's easier to get people to accept them if they hated them in the beginning, which I don't understand why they just keep ignoring that. Like it's they've done it a million times. It worked.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it either. And they feel like, from what I've heard, they said that Brock's supposed to drop the belt, I guess, in this cage match because they feel like Roman will get a better reaction overseas, so that's why they're having this match so he can win over there because of the reaction. Which I mean. It doesn't matter because as soon as he comes back to the U.S., he's going to boot shit up. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'd rather see Roman have the belt anyway. I like Brock Lesnar a lot, but I just don't want to see him have the championship anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the question. How long is he actually re-signed? Is it a full-time re-sign or is it just a couple extra days or a couple extra weeks, actually?
I think his contract is good until next year WrestleMania because they want to do him versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania next year. So, from what I heard, it's good for next year's WrestleMania.
We should have got that match years ago. That's the match that I wanted to.
That's the match that I want to see. So I'm happy that that's the only reason I was hoping that he would resign it because I want to see that match. Just for that match in general.
Well, if that's going to be the case, we're going to have Brock Lesnar. Actually, hopefully that match then isn't for the title because I don't know if I could stand another year with Brock Lesnar as Universal Champion.
No, I don't think he's gonna have the belt that long. From what I mean, I'm sure that Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley doesn't need to have a championship in it. That match is already big itself, for real. I mean, that match doesn't need to have a title in it. From what I really want to see, what they really should do, Roman doesn't need a main event WrestleMania next year. What they really should have, if they really want a big match at WrestleMania, in my opinion, they should have AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan. That would be a huge main event.
It would. Actually, I don't think Brock Lashley or Roman would be the main event anyway because it looked like it's going to be Charlotte. That looked like they're going to put the women on next year.
I mean, I'm down for that too. That would be the first time ever. So I mean, I'll definitely be okay with that if they did it.
I think so. I think it'll definitely be, the third from the last match. I would say, that because I mean it's a big match, but at the same time, nobody really wants to see Roman Reigns. I want to see Roman. I want to see Roman really embrace the heel. Like people said that about Cena too, but Cena, I don't care about Cena. He on his way out. I could care less. But
it's too late for Cena now. I mean, he's already doing part time. It wouldn't even make sense for him, in my opinion, to be heel now.
I think Roman could pull it off, and I think it would work. But they decide they don't want to do it. I mean, who is buying Roman Reigns merch? Because he got terrible looking merch anyway. He can't be doing that well in merch. He can't be.
I mean,
maybe he is. I don't know.
If you go back to when Roman was in the Shield, that's when people really liked him. When he was that badass, didn't talk much, just all about the action. That's when people really liked him. And people, even when he split up from the Shield, people liked him as well. But I feel like it was bad timing to kind of make him the guy because that's when Daniel Bryan was so hot, super hot, man. And then Daniel Bryan got hurt. And when he came back at that Royal Rumble, people wanted him to win. And when he didn't win, people lost their minds. And then at that point, everybody knew that Roman was going to win. And then ever since then, this is the way they've been booking him. It's been downhill for him, man. He just be getting booed. It's like crazy.
Just wanted to also say and shout out to Busker, who is in the chat saying what's up. He's also asking where is Mark? Is in Mark Rambo? He'll be on here.
He texted me, said he's got back from track. He's gonna be on. He said he running a little late, so he's gonna be back on. He's gonna be on here.
Track. I remember track. I was in track for a couple of years in high school. Anyways, you don't want to forget about the other big moment that happened at WrestleMania 34, and that being Jinder Mahal winning the WWE United States Championship. That happened. And I was happy to see that. The big moment for me. And then SmackDown Live, Carmelo cashing in, but we'll talk about that later. But first, Jinder Mahal winning the U.S. title. We'll start with Big Q. What are your thoughts on Jinder Mahal, new U.S. champion?
I think he's a decent placeholder champion. So, he's a decent placeholder champion. We'll leave him in place until we figure out where all the chess pieces going to go next week. Right, once we get all that settled, and then we'll put the belt on somebody that's credible because Jinder Mahal is lame. Look, I was behind the WWE run. I was behind it. I thought it was dope. It was fresh. It was new. It was out of the blue. Nobody expected it, but this is lame. You know what I mean? I know. Look, you got the talent caliber. Look at the people who were in that match, and then look who won it. Really, Steve? Are you serious, bro? Come on, guys.
Come on, bro. I'm serious. I know I was ranting and raving last week on my prediction episode. For those that were able to watch it live or otherwise, that Jinder Mahal, I say his WWE title reign was awesome. I put him in number 7 of all-time WWE title reigns, and would say that hopefully with this U.S. title reign, whether it's 4 months, 8 months, 10 months, however long he holds the WWE United States Championship, maybe he goes to Raw, wins the Universal Championship from Brock, and dethrone the Beast, and you have Jinder Mahal being that one, being at that point a made man, become a made man if he be the Beast Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, and then Jinder Mahal never ever again needs to even sniff being mid-card, let alone being a jobber again.
Do you see how serious his face is when he's saying this? Like he is really believing it.
Yeah, you already know I like Jinder Mahal. I'm all behind Jinder Mahal, but he definitely ain't beating no Brock Lesnar. That ain't gonna happen. There ain't no way in hell that's happening.
Look, he got the title on a technicality the first time. He would never, ever, ever wear a title like that again. Trust me when I tell you that. No. Mm-mm.
I like Jinder Mahal a lot. You already know I like Jinder Mahal. I've been a fan. I was a fan of Jinder Mahal when he first came to WWE, so I've always liked him.
Yeah. I mean, look, I like Jinder Mahal too. It's just I know what's going on with him right now. Look, you can't put the belt on Orton or Rude or who else was in that match? Who was the other guy? Definitely not Rusev right now. You definitely can't do Rusev right now.
Rusev might be out the door.
Well, that and the fact that you got the shakeup coming, next week, so you can't look. This the safe bet is to put it on Mahal for a week or two. It's okay.
Come on, bro, don't do him. Don't
He
do him.
gonna have the belt for a couple months at least. He gonna have it for a couple
No,
months.
I
Sure.
doubt that, seriously. Not I like Mahal, but no. I like him because when he was WWE champion, he was cocky, and the longer he had that title, the better he got, like on the mic and his attitude and the swag and all. And I loved it, but they put him in a bad spot right here, and that's the way I see it,
He likes him but doesn't like him. There we go. But either way, no, it's pretty cool. I certainly did enjoy that moment. I got the correct pick, and really also was surprised, but happily surprised when Charlotte did retain her championship, ended the streak of Asuka. You go to New Orleans, that's the place where streaks go to end and be finished, like The Undertaker 4 years ago. Now this time Asuka, there in that scenario. So what are we thinking of with
that one didn't really. I mean, I picked Asuka to win, but I wasn't like shocked like everybody else when she lost. Like it was just like she's gonna lose at some point. So I mean, if anybody gonna beat her, then I was expecting it to be Charlotte. But
at WrestleMania, like first WrestleMania.
Yeah, I wasn't. I just like I wasn't. I had it in the back of my mind. Like I was like Charlotte could win this match. Like she could win this match, but I don't think she will. Right. Like it's like I'm not sure if she will, but I don't think she. But like she could win. I wasn't like totally shocked when she won. I was like, damn, like she won. Like this WrestleMania is like the most unpredictable WrestleMania ever. Like everybody's prediction is like all messed up. Like Asuka won, and then like. Brock won, and then Nakamura won. He turned heel. I was like, "What?" I have no idea what's going on. Like, I have no clue what's going on. The Undertaker beat John Cena in like 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is like insane. Like, this WrestleMania is like the most unpredictable. I feel like Vince McMahon like pretty much knew what everybody's predictions were gonna be, so he just like wanted to just throw curveballs in everybody's predictions. Like
maybe Vince McMahon was watching the Ramble last week and was going with most of my predictions. I went with the Bludgeon Brothers, Charlotte Flair.
I went with the Bludgeon Brothers too.
I went with Jinder Mahal, modern day Maharaja. I also what else did I go? But most of my so maybe he was going with me. Maybe he was just trying.
And you know what? When the main event was going on, I in my head I was like, dude, Brock's gonna win this match. Like because I was thinking about everything that went down in WrestleMania. I was like, dude, he's gonna win because everybody's thinking he's gonna win, and all these predictions have been wrong. I said he's going to win, and when he won, I was like, dude, I have no idea what's going on this year.
Well, let me propose this to you, fellas, because I was a little bit upset with the stuff that I saw, right? And not because my predictions were wrong, it's because the stuff they didn't make sense. Okay, let's start here at the Royal Rumble, right? Your 2 Royal Rumble winners, they lose. One of them has a massive streak that they could, parlay into a million.
Oh yeah, and they're both like huge Japanese stars too. So I'm thinking like,
right, So and then you got the Usos, who their whole gimmick, the whole thing was we never really had our shot at WrestleMania. They get it, they lose. Like Shinsuke and Nakamura, they've been billing it as a dream match. It was the worst match on the card. I mean, like this is what I'm upset about. Like it's almost like. WWE said, well, listen, we know what everybody thinks because we read and we saw everything they've been saying on social media, and I guarantee you the day of or maybe the day before, that's when they started changing everything because I was like, what, let's just surprise everybody. I think people would probably enjoy it a little bit more if they were surprised because a lot of that stuff made zero sense to me anyway.
I feel like the Usos lost because I feel like they're probably gonna go to Raw on Monday. I feel like they have to drop the belts to them so they can move to her because they really didn't beat every tag team on SmackDown. So I mean, who else can they possibly feud with on SmackDown really? So, some of these predictions, I didn't think Seth Rollins was gonna win because I thought they were gonna put him on SmackDown. So I didn't pick him to win. So I was surprised when he won because I was like, well, he's staying on Raw now. I figured that they would move him to SmackDown because I thought AJ was going to lose too, and they would flip flop them too. So I'm thinking like, okay, they put AJ on Raw because they got Finn Balor and they got Luke Gallows and Anderson on Raw. So I'm thinking something with the club or something like put that together or something like that. So I'm thinking like they could put that together, but then he won. So I'm like, dude, this is like the only matches like I were for sure like the Ronda match she was going to win and Daniel Bryan wasn't going to lose either. So I'm like, okay, those were actually like for sure too, but everything else was like. Yeah, it's up in the air, man. It's just like crazy, like all these toss-ups.
I see Mark Ramble is finally here. Want to get your thoughts on WrestleMania, good, bad, and ugly, and your match of the night?
Dude,
of all,
before
fellas,
I watched his reaction to the Oscar match. He was so mad when she lost, bro. I was laughing so hard. I was
first
laughing
of
so
all,
hard.
can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, WrestleMania, I'm gonna tell you now, I did not stay up to watch that Lesnar Reigns match. I just felt like it really wasn't worth it to me. I thought Roman was gonna win, but they shocked the world, and of course Brock Lesnar retains, and I still don't know what the purpose was behind it. I actually, for the first time in very rare occasions, wanted Roman to win. Um, I feel like the Oscar match, I have to say, would be the match of the night. Oscar Charlotte match, that was actually really dope. I was not expecting, like Malik said, I was not at all expecting Oscar to lose, and I've always been, tapped out. I was just like, holy shit, like, golly, like, that one was definitely good. I'm gonna have to agree with you if I think I heard you guys correctly. You said the AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura match was kind of a disappointment. I think one of you guys said that, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you 100% because I was expecting so much more. I was expecting them to tear the roof off the place with the entrances, like Shinsuke had with the guitarist was just doing her thing. I was like, yeah, this match is just bound to be great. And the next thing you know, it was kind of dry. Like, it didn't have any cool spots. It had no, like, holy shit moments. You didn't have the crowd feeling it. It was almost like, to me, it kind of felt like one of those, let me just fill the card as much as possible type of matches. Like, it wasn't much purpose or, like, substance to it. And it was kind of dry to me. But overall, WrestleMania was interesting. It was just long as hell. That's the one thing I couldn't say. It was just too long. Entirely too long.
I think they should have put the AJ Nakamura match on earlier instead of the third to last match on the card because the crowd was already halfway dead by then, so it was just hard to get into. I felt really bad because I was like, man, the crowd is like so drained right now. Like nobody's even reacting to anything, and this match is supposed to be like the best match on the card. They should have made that match at least like the fourth or fifth match.
Mm-hmm. Let's move over to Monday Night Raw with all the debuts, returns, and otherwise. What your guys' thoughts on that? We'll start with Big Q. Your thoughts on Monday Night Raw and everything that went down there?
Well, normally I'm not a fan of Raw, and I watch it painfully every week because I kind of got to because I got to do my job. You know what I mean, right? But this is one of the Raws that I really enjoy. Like it seemed like every segment had something new and fresh. I mean, I like all the call ups. I like the returns. It was great. It was good, and you couldn't really set up a lot of stuff because of this looming superstar shakeup. So, but they just pretty much came out and said, "Listen, I'm here." You know what I mean? So, like, and the biggest thing was like, was Bobby Lashley. I definitely appreciated that because Elias is my man. But whenever Elias comes out, he's just there to set up something else. So I love when I see Elias because I know something big is getting ready to happen. But as far as like the other Ember, not a huge fan of Ember Moon, but good to see her come up. I hope she don't go to SmackDown. I hope she stays on Raw because we don't need Ember Moon tainting SmackDown. So I hope she stay on Raw. Who else came up? The AOP, right? And the whole thing with Ellering, everybody making a big deal about. This is what I saw when they kind of like pushed, put the hand on Ellering, was like, we good now, and they walked away by themselves and left him right there. To me, if everybody's saying that, they don't understand what that was about. I mean, to me, Lord, they just grew up. They're like, okay, it's like they flying the coop. They grown up now. They can do it on their own. They don't need him no more. And I'm pretty sure he gonna just go and latch on to somebody else in NXT. I liked it. I thought it was good. I hope AOP stays on Raw too. I don't need to go SmackDown. But other than that, I thought the show was good.
All right, Ranchi.
I thought it was a hell of a lot of fun. I'm sorry. I'm just in my head while you guys were talking. I was still thinking about Jinder Mahal, that fuckhead.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Man,
oh, fuck him. But yeah, Raw was great. I had a lot of fun with Raw. Great debuts and great returns. One thing I'm kind of like not sure about is the Nia Jax situation. I mean, I thought it was going to be more a celebration of her, but it turned out that the spotlight was just taken from her and onto Ember Moon in that tag match. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a huge accomplishment for Nia Jax. Why isn't she getting more credit for this? And just shine the spotlight on Ember Moon. I didn't like that at all because I was so happy she won at WrestleMania. I was so fucking happy, but I felt like she deserved a better celebration on Raw. It was cool seeing No Way Jose just dancing around like a fucking goofball and hyping up the crowd. That was a lot of fun. Bobby, of course, that was amazing. I cannot wait to see that Lesnar match, and I cannot wait to see him beat the ever-living shit out of him. And I really I'm happy Jeff Hardy's back, and I love that backstage segment with Brother Nero, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. I thought that was really cool. Overall, it was usually Raws are, you have to stay through 3 hours and you want to fall asleep, but this Raw I really enjoyed. I thought it was a lot of fun. That was great.
What about Joe telling the truth about Reigns to everybody? That was crazy.
I'm so happy he's back. I'm so happy he's back.
Brock fucked him up bad, dude. When he came out and I saw that knot on his head, I was like, holy shit, man. He oh my god, bro. Like that knot on his head was legit.
Yeah, it was a dent on his head. I was like, what the hell is it like that?
I felt bad
fucked
for him,
up
bro.
camera angle or something, but like
it
was
man,
like
it was
complete
bad,
knot. I was like, holy.
The knot on his head was terrible, man. It was bad.
Yeah, when Joe came out there and just stripped him naked, man, like he out there whining and complaining, like the stuff he was saying, I was just like, who wrote this and why did they give it to him and why is he saying this stuff? This is I don't understand what's going on right now. And then Joe came out and completely just tore the shreds. I was like, is this guy, we supposed to cheer for Roman or are we supposed to cheer for Joe? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, to me at this point, I don't really even like believe in bad guys or good guys anymore. I just feel like people are just who they are because like it's just in the era we live in wrestling now. There's really no like people cheer bad guys and people boo the good guys. So it's like there's really no good guys or bad guys anymore. Like people fucking love Kevin Owens. He's supposed to be a heel. They cheer him all the time. They love Braun Strowman. He was supposed to be a monster heel at first, but everybody loves him. Everybody loves Samoa Joe, but everybody hates Roman Reigns. Everybody hates Roman Reigns because he gets shoved down
because everybody's sick of the I think everybody's sick of the good guy type of superhero.
And I feel like I feel bad for him because I feel like it's just the way he's booked. Like it's just like he's not gonna he's not gonna turn down any main event spots. He'd be stupid to. Like he's not gonna turn down the opportunity to be in all these main events that he's in because I sure wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. But it's just the way he's booked, and especially now. I hope they don't put him on the same show with Daniel Bryan. They got to keep them two separated.
Absolutely. But
while you want to keep Daniel Bryan away from him because we all saw what happened last time they was together, and that was. It wasn't good. It wasn't good for Roman Reigns.
But while I agree with you that the gray area between the kayfabe good guys and bad guys it's kind of getting thick. But I sat there on Saturday night and I watched Triple H's students and they didn't do nothing to bait the crowd or nothing. The crowd clearly cheered for the faces and booed the heels, and it was like wow, this is 1995 all over again. I thought I was watching an episode of WCW. I was like, what is this?
It's like with Takeover though. With Takeover, it's a little.
It's like with Ciampa and Gargano, man. That was like a real.
Yeah, the match, the venue, the crowd, they're completely different from a WWE crowd. You could obviously tell that. I mean, NXT crowd, they know. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They know the independent circuit. They know the people behind there. And you go to a WWE crowd, it's just WWE or SmackDown, Raw. So they know when a face comes in that doesn't even need to be a face or a heel. They just know them for wrestling, and that's what I like about it. So it's like look at Ricochet. Hell, we could put Ricochet a heel, but they're still gonna probably still cheer Ricochet because of what he does in the ring. Like he's just that guy. Like that's what I like about NXT.
That's what I like about that too. Is that the Ciampa and Gargano match felt like that was like heel face for sure. Like people booing the shit out of Ciampa. People he didn't have a theme music. He came out to nothing. He just they let the people just ran him because he came out to nothing. And when Gargano came out, it was like crazy reactions, man. It was crazy. This was the type of moment because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was dope for sure.
They did a hell of a job on Saturday night. It was. I mean, it wasn't really that many letdowns on that show at all. It was actually really good. I knew
every last one of the matches was good.
I think every match on the card was pretty much a good match, to be honest.
Okay. All right, Steve, where we going next?
Oh, we're gonna get to Mark Ramble. Your thoughts on Raw and otherwise?
Well, I really want to. There's a lot more I could talk about on SmackDown than Raw, but since we're talking about Raw, I'm kind of sort of surprised that Ember Moon debuted on Raw. I was expecting her to stay a little longer. I'm kind of going to have to take Kyron's thought on this. I wanted to see Kairi Sane and Ember Moon go at it for Ember Moon main event. I mean, debuts in the main roster, but I guess we're not having that. And to top that, I feel like there's a shortage in NXT women's wrestlers who are like up in that main spotlight because it just doesn't feel like who's next? Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane, and then after that, we probably would get Candice LeRae and Kairi Sane. I mean, I don't know. And after that, who's next? Like, it's just not a lot of faces that. Yeah, it's not a lot of top females left that we could be like, oh yeah, I want to see her go against Sorso.
A lot faster than the dudes on NXT. I mean, no way Jose been on NXT forever. You know,
forever. Like, started really.
I forgot all about him when he debuted. I forgot all about him. I was like, bro, where he been at? I forgot all about this dude.
Ladies that came up over the last couple of years. That's been a lot of them, man. You know, so like, and I don't know if it's because they got a surplus of ladies because of that tournament they did over the summer. I mean, they got a lot of ladies. I know that for a fact, but the women seem to come up a lot faster. You know,
they're supposed to be having a Mae Young Classic too. So I mean, hopefully they can find some more. You know, some more Asuka, some more Sasha Banks.
Oh, trust me, there's a ton of them. I mean,
I'll tell you, I wanted to see Belair. That's my girl. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted to see come
She's
up.
dope, bro. She's really dope. She's really good, actually.
She's been there for like another year, but when she come up though, it's gonna be good. Unless they trip.
I've never seen her wrestle like that. If I'm being honest with you, I mean, I've seen her in the Mae Young Classic, but that was about it.
Oh man, she's she lethal with that ponytail. Dude. That's it's good stuff. I like it, you know. But I think they would give it a Naomi treatment if she came up now. So let's leave it there for a little bit, and
Naomi treatment.
And let's move right along to SmackDown Live with the craziness going over there with Paige becoming the new general manager of SmackDown Live. Daniel Bryan officially becoming a WWE superstar again. And my gal, Carmella, Miss Money in the Bank, successfully cashing in, as I've been bloviating about how you better have your first ever Miss Money in the Bank cash in successfully, and WWE did oblige me and others that were thinking in that way. Carmella becoming the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, defeating Charlotte after Charlotte being attacked by the Iconic Duo, or now just the Iconics. Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, they get called up. So not too many, or that really being the only call-up on SmackDown Live. Everything else happening on Monday Night Raw. It makes more sense to have it over on Raw. You have a 3-hour show. Why not? So on SmackDown Live, you have other things going on. Daniel Bryan's first match on WWE television, meaning Raw or SmackDown, facing AJ Styles in the main event. And you start off with Paige being announced as the GM. So I want to get everybody's thoughts on SmackDown Live. This time we'll start with Raunchy.
I thought it was a good show. I just want to say I'm really happy. And I forgot to mention this when we were talking about Raw. That was really emotional, that retirement speech. That truly was. I love Paige. I've always loved Paige. I hate the flack that she got for what happened, in the past with the videos and everything like that. Because I know she has a true passion for wrestling. Yeah, it was what a retirement speech, and I'm so happy that they had a backup plan for her to stay into something that she absolutely loves and adores. I'm very happy they kept her around, and I hope it's it's a little interesting. It's good to see D-Bry back in it again wrestling. It's absolutely wonderful to see him wrestle again, and Carmella, holy fucking shit, man. Honestly, I was hoping for like a Heist of the Century replay at WrestleMania, like what Seth did to Brock and Roman. I was kind of hoping that to happen at WrestleMania. I did not think it was going to happen the fucking couple of days after in SmackDown, but I thought it was done great. My only concern is this going to be like a Zack Ryder type title hold? Is he gonna hold? Is she gonna hold it for a week and then that's it? Like Charlotte's gonna get it right back because she is the queen. Because if she beat Asuka, I'm pretty sure she'd go throw in her rematch clause and beat Carmella way easier. Exactly. So I'm just wondering, what are they gonna do here? Are they just gonna have her moment for a week or so? Because I really know Carmella. I mean, really, she's no. I mean. She's not the best wrestler in the world, but against Charlotte, who's the queen and an incredible wrestler, I just feel like if they do the rematch, Charlotte's going to win, obviously, unless there's some kind of interference from the Iconics, since that's a thing now. But yeah, I thought it was a fun show.
Talking about the Iconics, I just want to. I told my Malik this.
Oh my god.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna have to just clear the air on this. Am I the only one who thought? First of all, do you guys know who Peyton Royce in the Iconics is?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Am I the only one who thought she just looked absolutely amazing Tuesday?
Who, Peyton?
Peyton.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, bro. I just had to clear the air on that. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay.
She's just
Can't
God.
get her friend Billy is just but Peyton, you know, she,
All right.
Who's that?
I mean Billy is I couldn't do it. But it's the teeth and it's too much.
Well, then again, I'm the same way with Absolution. You know, Mandy Rose being number one and DeVille being all right.
Yeah, but DeVille wouldn't want you anyway because DeVille is on the other side.
Still the point.
I like
That's facts though. That's facts.
Yeah.
Listen, Mandy Rose top 2, bro. She's bad, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh fuck, Mandy Rose. Oh my god. Oh.
Naomi's still number one. You know, Naomi's still.
Hey, what? You heard that, Malik? You heard it?
Well, Naomi?
Yeah, I heard it.
Dude,
Yeah, Naomi is thick. So
you heard that, Malik?
we like
remember that. Remember, I'm not the only one who said that.
Yeah.
Is she not top 5 though, bro?
She's definitely top 5.
As long as she keep her makeup on, she's great. She's good. You know, she's all right. And them tap out commercials though, you know, let's hold it down.
Who y'all think's gonna be switched? Who y'all think gonna be switching from Raw to SmackDown?
I know this is what I feel. I feel like AJ won't be going anywhere. I think SmackDown would suffer greatly if he left. I do believe that Daniel Bryan is on his way out. I think he would benefit better on a bigger stage on Raw. And him and AJ, they won't be able to coexist as they're two huge faces. You can't really do that. Raw needs some help in that department anyway. So I think AJ will probably be gone. I think Daniel will probably be gone. AJ will stay.
I don't know, man. They got to keep Roman and Daniel on the same show. So if I'm Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan come up, I'm like, you got to put me on SmackDown, bro.
Well, if Daniel go to Raw, that's gonna force that heel turn on Roman. Roman going to step his game up, or Roman gonna lose his spot. That's what's gonna happen. And I heard Chris Jericho is coming back too, and you know he's gonna be going back to Raw. He's not going to SmackDown, you know. So I don't know. As far
I mean, Roman Reigns is really solid. They're not going to ruin Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is going to be solid regardless. No matter. They're going to protect him to the best of their abilities, whether people like it or not.
I think as sad as it may be, we might have to see Kevin and Sammy split up. Because, I mean, really, what else can you possibly do with them? I like them together, but ain't nowhere else to go with the story. You know, what they're going to do, go to Raw?
Yeah.
Raw? I mean,
I'd rather see Sami Zayn on SmackDown for real, because I don't see him doing nothing on Raw. Like what they did to him last time. I feel like he would do a lot better on SmackDown, and Kevin Owens would be fine on Raw. He did great. He did great on Raw before he left. So
I definitely think Balor would serve better because he kind of keep getting lost in the shuffle on Raw. I think Balor would serve better on SmackDown as well. Can't split up the Miz to Rise. They got to stay together. And I definitely don't want to see Miz come back to SmackDown either. I think he did phenomenal on Raw this year. He did good. So, you know, even though he knocked it out of the park on SmackDown too, but on Raw, he shined. So let's leave Miz there. You know, what else you think? What else you guys think?
I think they should move. I think they should move Balor and Gallows and Anderson all to SmackDown.
Yeah,
I think they should move all those guys to SmackDown. I think they should put. Oh man, it's hard.
Raw needs.
No, I don't think they'll keep Roman on Raw. I think they should move Randy Orton to Raw too. I think he needs a new fresh start. And I think he would do a lot. I think they should turn him heel and put him on Raw because Randy Orton as a heel is a lot better. I don't think he likes being. He really doesn't like being a face. To be honest, I think he'd much rather be a heel, and he's a great heel anyway. So.
You think possible that Seth Rollins brings the IC title to SmackDown and then Jinder brings the US title to Raw?
I was thinking about that.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that was going to be my prediction.
I was thinking about that.
Superstar shakeup that I had in the tweet. I have Jinder Mahal to Raw, Seth Rollins to SmackDown, Authors of Pain to SmackDown, Charlotte Flair to Raw, Sasha Banks to SmackDown, The New Day to Raw, Daniel Bryan to Raw, and then Titus O'Neil to SmackDown Live. So that's all.
Titus O'Neil
for the Superstar shakeup.
You need Titus Worldwide on Raw. I mean, even though it's goofy, but it's over. So let's keep him over there.
I think they're gonna move Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch goes. Sasha Banks go to SmackDown.
Right. Because what it looked like they want to go back to having SmackDown have the really good. They give more time to the matches. Because usually it's only like really 3 really good matches on SmackDown. That's and the rest of it is just like promos and stuff. But on Raw it's like a bunch of promos and like 2 good matches, and the rest of them are like squashes or is interference or something stupid is happening. So like you can fit more people on Raw, but they need help in the tag team division though. And I think the whole thing with Braun Strowman and Nicholas kind of reset the tag team division there, so they can do
Oh my gosh, that fucking thing.
Raw tag. So like, think about the tag teams on Raw. They are all pathetic. They like none of them are believable. None of them.
That's why
This
I
is
said
really
the Usos,
true.
That's why I said the Usos need to go to Raw. They need to shine up that tag team crew.
Usos are so fucking good.
Yes.
Yeah, they need to go to Raw.
They're
And I think
absolutely amazing.
I think they should keep AOP on Raw too and have them do a feud together.
That whole gimmick change with the Usos is like the best thing they could have fucking done. It was what an incredible change. I swear to God.
I was not a fan of it in the beginning. When they lost the face paint and stuff and started coming out with those jogging pants and stuff, I was like, this is boring. But then they got that new song and words to the song, and I was like, no, this is where it's at. I'm gonna tell you what put me over the top was the serious business. it was serious business.
Yeah, I hope with this tag team tournament, I like to see AOP and the Usos go at it for real. I think that'd be a dope tag team match for real.
Yeah, I think so too.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like once AOP is comfortable in the main roster, they're gonna be really. I mean, they're already good, but they're gonna be really, really good. They're gonna have some like well-remembering matches. Like they're gonna be like that tag team to remember and like be like, I want to see them go against like War Machine or some shit like that when they get to the main roster.
You know who else I can see going to SmackDown that I was thinking about? I can see Big Cass going to SmackDown too. Yeah, coming back to SmackDown.
Out on Tuesday night. I really thought he was, but that's like, well,
they already. If you think about it, they already got 2 monsters on Raw, Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman.
Wow, that's right. Big Cass is a wrestler. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment Enzo left,
They already
Big
got.
Cass just became
They already
more
got.
relevant.
They already got Braun
back to his
Strowman
regular
on
name.
Raw.
I heard he was dropping the Big Cass stuff and going back to being Colin Cassidy. But main roster dudes don't usually have a personal last name, so I don't know how they're gonna work that out. I don't know.
If they're not gonna do this whole if they're not gonna, because I don't know if they're gonna do the Brother Nero stuff. I don't know if they're gonna put Jeff Hardy with Bray Wyatt and all them. I don't know if they're gonna do that. But if they don't, I like to see Jeff Hardy go to SmackDown because when he was last time he was on SmackDown, he was singles competitor. He was on fire.
Oh, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jeff is definitely going to SmackDown and he's gonna get in that title picture because because I was wondering why like he kind of came his return. He came out by himself and they still used the Team Extreme song. I was like, how come they're not using Jeff Hardy's like real song? But they gotta save that.
I like to see Jeff on SmackDown. I think they should do. I think that'd be good for him to get that singles run going again because I remember the last time he was on SmackDown, he was on fire before he left.
He was, man. And it's a shame because he kind of left at the height of his career at that time. He was, he was.
Yeah, no, he's got to stay out them drugs and stuff, man. He got to keep himself straight.
Yeah, I like Jeff though. Yeah, but he'll be great on SmackDown. I think him, Nakamura, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, those people anchoring SmackDown. You can just put everything else on Raw because Raw is trash anyway, and just let them do their thing on Raw. Have the good stuff on SmackDown.
I don't mean to change subjects just really quick, but did anyone see the ending to 205 Live? I don't know if it's the ending, but where Buddy Murphy completely botched his finisher on Cedric Alexander.
I saw the video, but I didn't see
that.
It was so bad. That was complete botch, dude. Oh my god, it's all over YouTube. Like he tries to pick up Cedric Alexander, and he's struggling picking him up for 6 fucking seconds to pick him up. It's horrible.
Wow.
I want to watch it right now because I didn't see it. I'm about to check it out right now.
Yeah, 205.
I don't really watch 205. I don't really watch 205.
I don't watch it. I'm not a fan of the cruiserweights. I really, when they first announced it, I thought they was really going to do the WCW stuff, and because that was great. But that's the cruiserweight thing is just not working out in WWE. It's just not. I think what they should do, they got a general manager in place now. Triple H is taking more control over the show. They should treat it like a real show instead of just putting little dudes. Just saying, you fighting this guy tonight, and you fighting that guy tonight. No story, no bill, no nothing. Just go out there and fight. That's lame. That's not working. They got to treat it like a real show, like it's their own little baby show. And I think it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. There's only like 2 cruiserweights that I really like on 205 Live for that I really pay attention to. That's Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander. Those are the only 2 I really care about.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. What happened to the guy who came from NXT to the main roster? Then he went to what was his name?
Hideo Tommy.
Yeah, where?
He's still there.
And then for a while, I thought they said Strong was going to 205 Live, and then they said, and I was like,
undisputed. He was undisputed there now. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And then they said that Gargano was probably gonna go, but I was like, no, they can't take him off NXT.
No, they need him on NXT bad. You don't want to. I'm telling you, as soon as he come up to the main roster, he going straight to 205 Live.
So, I don't know.
I heard that that WWE is planning because they turned Nakamura here. I heard they're planning to do something like Japanese heel group with like him, Asuka, and Hideo Tommy, and I think they're gonna try find some other people from Japan. I think they want to do like some heel Japanese group, whatever.
That would be dope.
That'd be kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be down for that.
Make the Japanese the bad people.
That'd be kind of sick. I'm not even gonna lie.
Listen, like think about it. In Japan, the foreigners are the bad guys, right? So it would just make sense for it to be that way in the U.S., right? But
they ain't got to speak much anyway, too. Right. So
what they should do is let them speak Japanese. So like if Asuka, which Nakamura is already here, but so instead of him, because I've seen his little special on the WWE Network, and I thought his English was fine. But what they should do, since he's like pissed off at stuff now, they should have him speaking Japanese and just put subtitles on the screen. That's I think. Get over his feelings a little bit better.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be really dope. Like
cool.
Like a Hideo Tommy like Japanese promos.
Yeah, do it. I mean, listen, they do it in New Japan all the time. When the gringos come up there and they be cutting their promos, they put the subtitles up there. So listen, people look at New Japan like it's below WWE, but they do a lot of good stuff in New Japan. A lot of
sure.
Sure.
Yeah,
you need to take note.
Hey, if y'all haven't watched it, y'all need to go watch that Andre the Giant documentary. I watched it today, but that shit is hella good, man. That shit was crazy good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
With the great superstar shakeup, I wonder if there is any shakeup, any person going from one brand to the other that for you actually would be a shock. Wouldn't believe like any actual. I know we're talking about throwing all the theories of who we think should go and otherwise to the other brand, but is there any one superstar that actually would surprise you that would be moving to the other brand?
If they moved AJ, if they moved Brock, if they moved Strowman, if they moved Reigns, those four, if they moved, I would be surprised because those are stalwarts. They need to stay exactly where they are.
Yeah. Yep. Those are pretty much the main four.
Yeah.
Those are pretty much the main four.
Everybody else is free.
If AJ didn't have the belt, I would say he's going to Raw, but he has the belt, so I mean, like if they flip flop him and Brock. Like,
that wouldn't make sense.
You would think that, but then when I look at AJ Styles, I think of what Edge did to SmackDown, like what he did for SmackDown during his run. Like they wouldn't dare move him to Raw. You know what I mean? Like because SmackDown was Edge, and I think when I think of SmackDown now, I think I can't see SmackDown without AJ Styles. Like they kind of go together. You know what I mean? Like just like Roman Reigns and Raw. Like we don't need him anywhere else, but right where he is. So, but I think what AJ Styles has done for SmackDown has been great, especially since the initial brand split. I thought it was good. He went to the right show.
Yeah. They built that right. Them two are staying for real.
Yeah.
The one person I really don't want to see, there's a couple people that I hope Becky Lynch, because she's so dry, man. She needs a new fresh start because they ain't doing nothing with her on SmackDown.
Oh yes.
They need to
absolutely.
They need to put her on Raw. I like to see Sasha Banks on Raw, on SmackDown. I like to see her go over there. I want to see Randy Orton on Raw too, man. He done everything pretty much on SmackDown. They don't need to keep feeding him the Jinder Mahal so he can keep getting beat. They need to put him on Raw so he can.
Because Randy got that beautiful contract. He don't care about losing, man. Randy don't.
I mean, obviously he don't care about losing anymore. I mean, he's solid. You know what I mean? He's a fucking legend. So I mean, there's really nothing else for him. There's really nothing else for him to prove in WWE. But like, I really much see him on Raw and put on good matches on Raw. With people like with the Roman Reigns and with the Braun Strowman and Samoa Joes and like I like Samoa Joe and Randy Orton feud. That'd be hella dope.
That'll be a good one. That would be a good one. If you put Samoa Joe with anybody, that's gonna be great. Samoa Joe is a man, and I'm telling you, one thing I love about him, like I love watching him in the ring, but man, when that dude grabbed the mic though, it's serious business. You know what I mean? Like, man,
I felt bad that he missed the last two WrestleManias, man. That was crazy. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's my dude, man.
Oh, you know who else? What about Jason Jordan? He got to come back too.
Probably need to stay on.
Jason Jordan is completely irrelevant. I don't care about him. I don't care about Jason Jordan.
Hey, don't worry, my boy Dean Ambrose is coming back sometime soon.
He's going to SmackDown.
Yeah. I think Ambrose stays on Raw for real. I think he comes back and turns heel on Rollins.
If he turns heel, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I would like to see him come back and turn heel. Like I like to see him kind of come back with Rollins, but kind of kind of keep him as a face and then turn on Rollins eventually.
But look, if they got a chance to finish the Jason Jordan story, this conversation would be different about y'all would be loving Jason Jordan right now as a heel, because if they had to finish that story the way it was planned out, and which I think they will, when they come back, they'll pick it right back up, just like they're gonna pick the story up with the Shield when they come when the Ambrose come, because they got to finish that story, right? And they got to finish the Kurt Angle Jason Jordan story. So I don't see Dean going to SmackDown.
He gonna make a much better heel. He's already good in the ring. He has good matches. He gonna be a much better heel.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I wouldn't be surprised or shocked at all if Braun Strowman goes to SmackDown Live. The actually maybe for him, especially with him dropping the tag team titles after winning them at WrestleMania. I think for him going to SmackDown Live, maybe even getting a championship match against AJ Styles, if AJ Styles is still on SmackDown Live after the.
Tell you what, the stuff that Braun Strowman does on Raw wouldn't go over with the SmackDown fans. They would look at the cartoons like
I don't know about y'all, but I was actually kind of looking forward to him kind of being in the tag team a little bit, because at first I was kind of like, this is stupid. Like, why are they putting him in a tag team match? But then after they kept teasing his tag team partner for so long, I was like, man, he might. Because at first I thought it was gonna be Big Show. I'm like, maybe it's gonna be.
Partner was a 10-year-old.
I thought it was gonna be Big Show.
Nicholas, greatest of all time. Don't fucking hate, dude.
I thought it was gonna be Big Show. So I'm like, okay, him and Big Show that could be a little good tag team. Then they said like Rey Mysterio could be one. So I'm like, okay, David Goliath. I can see that happening. But then they put out this 10-year-old kid. So I'm like, what is going on? This kid's gonna go to school and say, I was fucking tag team champion, y'all. Like, what y'all got? Like, I was
it's legit. He's actually in the record books. Hey, Steve, fellas, it was great talking wrestling shop. I see, I'm a roll. But look, it's been great, and never hesitate to send me that link, dude. I'll hook up with you. Well, we got this stuff we got to talk about later. So, that's where we're gonna shine at. Holla at y'all, fellas, man. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey, take care.
Take care, man. Take care, Big Q. Everybody, welcome to follow him on Twitter at Big Q. Also, check him out here on YouTube with his NFL podcast. They're Team Boy TV Live. Again, Team Boy TV Live, which does talk NFL each and every week. He says he might be doing a post NFL draft show, then coming back before the regular season starts. My show, Talking Packers with Steve, does return in 2 weeks for NFL draft predictions and then otherwise there. But again, follow him on Twitter.
He's talking NFL. I'm gonna have to hop on his podcast.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Look, we'll do it. Hey, fellas, y'all. I'll catch up with y'all next time. All right.
All right, peace.
All right, man.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll have him on this show or on my NFL show, this show as well, and also hopefully I'll be over on his show again with him and his boys, Glass and JB. Glass being a Denver Bronco fan, JB being a Baltimore Raven fan. So having those guys there, he himself is a Carolina Panther fan. So. And then obviously me, Packer fan. But anyways, moving on here with WWE talk. I want to talk about that greatest Royal Rumble show ever thing. Rusev being a jabroni, and Rusev not going to be in his match that he was supposed to be in against The Undertaker. That was supposed to be a casket match. Now it'll be The Undertaker against Chris Jericho. We have that greatest Royal Rumble with 50 superstars. Jericho also going to be part of that, along with some other title matches along the way. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys looking forward to this? I was being like a pay-per-view show. It'll be on the WWE Network as well. So get your guys' thoughts on this greatest Royal Rumble event. Ronchi.
Honestly, I gotta mention something before because none of us have mentioned it, and I'm surprised myself even. The whole Undertaker versus John Cena match was completely out of left field, and it was like, what the hell? But now Undertaker's back, and he has a match at the greatest Royal Rumble, and his return was kind of and it's just weird. Now he's back in. He's wrestling again. We thought it was gonna be a one more time thing, fight John Cena, big match. It wasn't a big match. It was done in seconds. But now he's wrestling again. So is he an official roster now? Is he officially in WWE again? Did he sign a new contract? But anyway, it was Rusev. I'm glad they pulled Rusev's ass out of there because they can't bury the man. He's so on fire right now. This dude is so on fire. The crowd loves him, including myself. He is amazing. But now it's Jericho. I don't know why they threw Jericho in there out of nowhere. There's no buildup for this match at all. It should be fun because Jericho's an incredible worker and he can make anybody look great. I think it's going to be an incredibly fun match. The 50-man Royal Rumble. Question, guys. Is this going to lead to a title opportunity or no? Is it just the last man?
I have no idea. I
haven't
honestly don't know.
said, so we don't know.
Huh. But anyway, I know that it's going to be, and why the shit are they going to do it? It's going to be Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar again. Why? I have no fucking idea why they're doing this again. But are they going to do this so Reigns can actually get the title?
Yeah, they said that the original plan was for Roman was supposed to win at WrestleMania, but Vince changed the match. He changed the outcome during the match because of the crowd reaction, which, like I said, I don't know what he expected. Like, I don't know what kind of reaction he expected. And they expecting that Roman would get a better reaction overseas, so he's going to drop the belt in the cage.
No shit, that's why. Holy shit. Wow. So people are going to love him for one night, and he's going to come back on Raw, and they're going to fucking prove that.
They expected... They expected with Brock's contract, they expected people to be against him because they obviously thought he was going back to UFC, and they expected people to, even though they really much people expected Roman Reigns to win, they expected people to want him to win because nobody fucking wants to see Brock as a champion, because he's part-time and shit. But like people were not obviously rolling that way, and people when he actually won, people were actually cheering like, yes, like Roman's the champion. I was actually surprised by that. I was like, damn, like people really don't like him, man. That's crazy.
This is what they need to do. If he does win the championship at the Greatest Royal Rumble, that following Monday, he needs to turn heel. And that's it. He just needs to go heel on Monday. And honestly, he will probably get a fucking pop and people will get behind him. I think I will get behind him. He needs to turn heel because if they're going to, I can only imagine the fucking reaction, the response that he's going to get on Monday Night Raw with that fucking Universal Championship. He just needs to turn heel and get it done. They pull the trigger right now before it's too late. It already is too late, but they have a little bit of chance.
They ain't never going to do it, man. They're never going to turn him heel. Never. They don't
so
want
sad.
Vince,
so
Vince,
sad.
Vince doesn't want him. He doesn't want him as a heel. He doesn't see him as a heel. He sees him as a baby face. And from what
he looks like a heel. You know what I mean? He acts like a heel. He's cocky. Yeah. He's a heel in all of our eyes. He can play a heel. I don't get it. He's supposed
to work with Samoa Joe. That's supposed to have a feud with him afterwards, and so I guess they're gonna do that. And I don't know. I guess they're gonna do him and Samoa Joe which would be good. That'd be a good feud. But from what I don't know how long he's supposed to keep the belt, but from what I've heard, they said that when Cena comes back, he's supposed to win the belt at SummerSlam.
Fuck me, dude. Fuck me.
To break that record. Well, yeah, come on. Yeah, know he's gonna break that record at some point. That's no surprise.
Fucking same shit, man. Same shit over and over. God.
I feel you, bro.
But that's really no surprise. Y'all know he's gonna break that record at some point. It's going to happen at some point.
Come on, man. Is he gonna win this at Mania or like when?
No, he's gonna win it at SummerSlam. And then he said he's supposed to win it at SummerSlam and then drop it to Strowman. Like he's supposed to win it at SummerSlam and then Strowman's supposed to like destroy him. And then Strowman keeps it forever. How long? I'm sure Strowman will probably drop it to Reigns for WrestleMania because I don't see Braun Strowman going into WrestleMania with that championship.
Oh my gosh! You see, I don't mind Cena, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm just gonna give you my run through my love and hate relationship with Cena. Growing up, I loved the guy. It's like, as I get older, I could see why certain people hate Cena. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, whether you love him or hate him, you gotta respect him. I mean, anybody who plays the same character for this long with this amount of hatred and continues to do it, you got my utmost respect. I mean, outside of the money, because I know he's getting money to beat John Cena.
Yeah, they get
outside of that. I mean, I have to respect him at the end of the day. But what I don't like is that he comes in here every about 5 months, comes into SmackDown, Raw, you name it, whatever, comes in here, demands a challenge. We haven't even seen the dude for like almost half a year, and he's in these main event caliber type of matches. And don't get me wrong, the style of the Cena match was great. But I don't want to see Cena be champion right now. I mean, there's so many more wrestlers who are way more worthy to be champion than Cena. And I get the whole time Ric Flair beating Ric Flair and stuff like that. But just no, man, no. I just don't want to see that. I'm sorry. And it also depends on how long his run is.
Well,
It really,
it's not going to be that long because he's part time now. So I mean, his run probably won't be no more than like a month, maybe 2 months at the most.
okay. I mean, I could live with that. I could live with that.
He's not. If he wins at SummerSlam, he's not holding all the way to WrestleMania. He's not because he's not staying that long because he got movies to film and shit. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's a love-hate relationship with me, man, with Cena. I love him, but I hate him.
He's gonna break the record at some point. It's no surprise. I mean, obviously he's already at the 16-time champion. It's going to happen at some point. And he's never held the Universal title, so I mean, obviously they're gonna get that under his belt, I'm sure. And Roman Reigns beat him at No Mercy, so I'm sure he's gonna be the one to beat Roman Reigns. And if he drops it to Strowman after that, I'm cool with him dropping it to Strowman. I don't got a problem with that.
I'm cool with him dropping it.
Strowman has deserved that title a long fucking time ago.
Especially from what I hear, I guess it's supposed to be like when Brock destroyed Cena. I guess it's supposed to be like that. Like he's supposed to do the same thing that Brock did to Cena. Like Strowman's gonna do the same thing to Cena because obviously Brock Lesnar's protected. He's not gonna destroy Brock Lesnar, so that's not gonna happen. So John Cena he'll take the ass beating because he did it from Brock Lesnar. He'll take the ass beating and then go away, go away for a while. But I mean, for me, like John Cena's my favorite wrestler of all time because I grew up watching John Cena, I understand why people don't. I understand why people don't like him. I get the whole concept, but I also understand like why they book him in stuff that they book him in because like when I was at Fastlane, there was this little kid sitting in front of me. He was a huge John Cena fan, bro. He was stressing so hard, bro. When John Cena when he beat up and stuff like that, bro. He was stressing so hard. It was crazy. Like he was like jumping out of the seat. He was screaming. He's like, "Oh my god, like this bull crap, like something like that." And I was like, "Bro, like it was crazy because he's a little kid. Obviously, he don't understand. Like, he's just a little kid. You know what I mean? He's only like 5 years old. So obviously, he just doesn't understand. Like he just likes John Cena. He don't care about anybody else. And I was that kid at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like I was that I was that little kid at one point. So I understand the whole concept of it. But
right.
That's why I said
there are other people that.
That's why when I was a kid, Kane scared the shit out of me when he debuted.
Yeah. Like I understand. Like it's the same with Roman Reigns. Like I understand like why people don't like him, but I understand the position that he's in. Like I don't like. That's why I don't really hate Roman Reigns. Like I just like.
Well,
to me, Roman Reigns is just Roman Reigns. Like he's not a bad guy. He's just fucking Roman Reigns. Like he just does. He's just who he is.
He's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's just the guy. I know. Anyway,
people. That's why I said I don't see him. Like I feel like they could turn him heel, but it's for any time soon. I just don't see it happening, man. Like I just feel like they're just gonna keep going what they're going with them, and because they really honestly. He brings a lot of star power to the matches he in because either the matches that he in, you either want to see him win or lose. It's either one or the other. So I mean, for if Cena's gonna win the belt, I mean I'm cool with it. He doesn't need to have the belt for long. Like you know what I'm saying, he doesn't need to have the belt for up until if he wins at SummerSlam, he doesn't need to have it to like the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? He could have the belt for a month, 2 months, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just like I said, there's really no good guys or bad guys anymore. People are just like, it's the way on the people. I think people base more off characters now, and if they like your character, then people will like you. Like Braun Strowman, he's a monster character. You know, people love Braun Strowman. You know what I'm saying? But people just don't like Roman Reigns because I definitely feel like the way he was booked at the time they wanted to push him was the wrong time, especially with Daniel Bryan coming back and everything. It was not the right time for that. You know, what I'm saying? It was not a good time because Daniel Bryan was so ridiculous. He was ridiculous over, man. Like just so over him when he came back from that injury. People wanted him to get back in that picture, and that's when they really want to start pushing Roman Reigns. And people just feel like, oh well, we'll push Roman Reigns and we'll kind of push Daniel Bryan to the mid cards, and that's not going to work. That was a bad booking.
Oh,
ever since then, he's just been getting people just fucking hate him.
Yeah. Well, I want to get to the next question, but before I do, I want to thank those that are in the live chat. I was unable to be in there. I was able to jump in for a little bit myself, so I thank those that are in the live chat. I know Mountie was in there earlier, saying what's up to everybody. He also talked about how he called it for Charlotte retaining the title and Jinder Mahal winning the championship. I'm sure he would have said more if Kyron was on air here. But either way, Mountie was on here. There's another guy also, Boss Screaming Bro as well. I know the third person, I forget the name of the channel, but he was saying that he sees Daniel Bryan winning the greatest Royal Rumble ever. He sees him going over. He sees, and he also sees Nakamura winning the championship. But there is a championship match there, so he has his predictions there for the greatest Royal Rumble ever event. So thank you for those comments as well. If you are watching live, I greatly appreciate it. Others are welcome to join in the chat if you do jump in. But the question I wanted to ask, and I know we already talked about it when Big Q was still here, was about how long Jinder Mahal is to hold the U.S. title. How long do you guys think the Princess of Staten Island, Carmella, is going to hold on to the SmackDown Live Women's Championship?
2 days.
No, I don't see her dropping it in 2 days. I think the first couple matches, I think the iconic, or whatever they're called now, the Iconics, whatever, they'll come out and probably interfere. I think she'll probably have a little bit of a title run, but I think she drops it. I give her about 2 months at the most.
Okay, Raunchy?
I think they might want to run with her to see how she does. I think Vince might want to run with her to see how she handles, to see how she actually does the champion. But eventually, she's gonna drop to Charlotte again eventually.
All right, Raunchy?
I think Carmella's going to drop it as soon as possible, even though I'm very happy she is the champion, because I just don't see her skills being able to defeat anyone else on the goddamn roster. And like I said earlier, Charlotte has her rematch clause. She's going to beat the shit out of Carmella, and that's that. She's just going to get a title back, and she's going to have her little short fame. And as far as you said somebody else, Steve, you said somebody else as well. I forgot who you said.
Oh, yeah, Jinder Mahal.
Oh, Jinder Mahal. Drop that fucking title immediately. You suck. You suck. I hate you.
Jinder Mahal is the GOAT.
Modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal.
Shut up.
Jinder Mahal.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Raunchy? I kind of equate what Carmella's title run is going to be like Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, who became WWE champion with the Singh brothers. Carmella winning the title on her own, yes, but now being with the Iconics. Maybe her title reign being longer than you think, maybe 3 to 5 months, holding the championship, winning in these heel tactics will drive Kyron crazy. He'll go crazy, but whatever. That's the way you're supposed to win matches. I kind of tried to explain to him last week with Jinder Mahal. Didn't want to listen. Jinder Mahal still won the championship, so there you go. So with Carmella, that could be the same route. So I see Carmella holding the title at least to SummerSlam, if not maybe a little bit longer, with the help of the Iconics. Kind of the same way with Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers there on in that way when he was WWE champion.
I don't see a Carmella holding it that
bullshit.
I don't know if
Mahal is a GOAT.
But Jinder Mahal is that man.
Knock it off, Mark.
I don't care what I say. Jinder Mahal is that man, bro. That's
Legend.
what I do.
Oh my God, how can you be behind this?
There you go, Malik.
This roided freak.
That's what I do, bro. I honestly thought Rusev was gonna win because of Rusev, but when Jinder Mahal won, I was like, bro, I'm happy. That's the right.
There you go. That's what's up. Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, U.S.
Like I said, I like Jinder Mahal a lot when he first came to WWE. I really liked him a lot. Even when they put him in 3MB, bro, I was like, bro, why is he in this group? He's better than half the people in this group. Why is he in this group?
He's a part of the Singh brothers, then he won the WWE championship. Now he's the U.S. champion. Gonna hold that title for however long, maybe. Both Jinder Mahal and Carmella are going to be holding both their championships till SummerSlam and then dropping them at that point to whoever. But Jinder Mahal, Carmella, champions now, and we'll have two new champions for the women's division. Nia Jax, the new Raw Women's Champion. Carmella, the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. So really things are already shaken up before the shakeup even happens, with championships changing hands at WrestleMania, and specifically with the women's divisions of Raw and SmackDown Live. Nia Jax winning and going to have a whatever title reign herself. I think hers title reign is going to be shorter than Carmella's title reign over on SmackDown Live. Nia Jax is going to be dropping the title before Carmella drops her women's title over on SmackDown Live. So that's at least how I see it in regards to the women's division and both champions. But we'll certainly see how everything goes when we get to the Superstar shakeup and everything happening, next week. But that's pretty much it to do it for all the news, notes, and everything that at least I had to speak about. Speaking of the greatest Royal Rumble, WrestleMania aftermath, and as well giving predictions and thoughts with the Superstar shakeup. So before we go, let everybody promote themselves. We'll start with Malik. People can find you on YouTube and on Twitter.
Oh, I don't really get on Twitter, but
Instagram.
Y'all can follow my Instagram, Malik Kelly94. Y'all can follow my YouTube channel, Narcolepsy Boy 94. I do raw reactions. I do reactions every Monday, Tuesday, every pay-per-view. I also do trivia videos if you guys are into trivia videos, stuff like that. I also do wrestling podcasts with other wrestling YouTubers. Like I've done them with Mountie, with Mark, Steve and some other people. But so you can go subscribe to my channel, Narcolepsy Boy 94, and my Instagram, Malik Kelly 94.
Yeah, Raunchy.
Follow me at Twitter at Raunchy Mikey, where I will continue to rant about Jinder Mahal being a horrible U.S. champion. Follow me.
The GOAT.
Shut up, Mark. And I'm on I'm on YouTube.com/Raunchy Mikey Viz, VIDZ. Sorry to everybody who expected my WrestleMania videos to come up. I recorded all my reactions just to find out that every single reaction that I filmed was a black screen with audio only. So that was the worst thing that could have happened because my reactions were probably one of the best, and I was so happy to do them. So that sucked, and I will be back hopefully next week for Raw with the reactions.
All right, Mark Rambo.
Wow. No, I don't think anything can be as worse as that. But yeah, you guys know where to follow me. My Twitter is Marcus Rambo, M-I-N-R, all uppercase. My Instagram is Live Like Ram. My YouTube's MFLG Mark Rambo. My Snapchat is always inside my description box for my videos. I have to think about it. And I know Snapchat is a big thing, so if you guys want to add me on there, I'm always on it. I'm like equivalent. I'm on Twitter, like I'm on Snapchat like I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Twitter a lot. So, yeah, without further ado, you guys know what to do. If you guys don't, I will find you, and I will kill you. Back to you, Steve.
Wow, reported. I'm reporting you.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm playing.
Yeah, you don't knock on your door.
What's Raunchy? What's your YouTube? I'm gonna subscribe to your channel.
Oh, thanks, man. It should be Raunchy Vids, VIDZ.
I used to watch a lot of your shit, but like I used to watch a lot of his stuff, but then like his YouTube channel, I guess, would like get cut off or whatever like that.
Yeah, my shit. I went down a downward spiral back then, but I was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty big back then, but I just came back recently.
What is it, Raunchy? What?
Raunchy Mikey Vids. It should be VIDZ.
All right, I'll find you.
And as he looks for him, I thank everybody that watched. Well, I participated in the live chat. I do apologize I was not able to, or my admins, meaning my co-hosts, able to reply to most of those in there because, we are doing the show. But I do appreciate those that did leave comments and those that will be leaving comments in the comment section below after the video is processed. And me, my team, will get to them when we can and reply there in time. Also, my NFL podcast will be returning in 2 weeks on my birthday week. On the 24th specifically, have that video in November. Then have the NFL draft there on the 26th. So Talking Packers with Steve does return here to this channel, Sports Talk Network. Everybody's welcome to join in the chat or be part of it in the Google Hangout. If you do want to talk about NFL and the NFL draft, you're more than welcome to join in that party on that day, April 24th. It's Talking Packers with Steve on this very channel. But I thank Big Q for being on here for the time that he was able to. I thank Malik for being here. I hopefully will be on his channel in the future. Everybody go subscribe to his channel, Narcolepsy Boy 94. Go over to Raunchy Mikey Vids and subscribe to his channel there. Also, with all of our channels, to include Mark Ramble there, all of our channels, to also remember to ring the bell, be part of the notification squad of each and all our channels, and know when all our videos do appear, whether they're live videos or just regular uploaded, created videos from each and one of us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. I myself will be back up here tomorrow for my review. Excuse me. My review TV show. And then the weekend, I will be over on my second channel, Animated Awesomeness. Yes, I do have a second channel here on YouTube, Animated Awesomeness. I'll be talking about My Little Pony Friendship Magics, the continuation of Season 8. So enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day. And above all else, as always, take care.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Fucking Mark.
I'm also doing a wrestling podcast Sunday. If anybody wants to hop on there too, if anybody got time.
Oh, nice.
I do the podcast that I do. I talk about I talk about a lot of old stuff too. So
what time is it Saturday? Sunday.